as we have fun talking sports. Let's welcome Alfred Okoligwe. It's a Friday night. He loves stopping by on Fridays. Alfred, good to have you on the program.
Delighted as ever to be here.
Alfred Okoligwe will be talking to us on the show tonight. And let's begin with, the ladies. We won't break the rules. Ladies first. Let's talk about the D Tigress and their Afro Basket Championship campaign. Nigeria's quest to win a third. They have won it twice. They're looking forward to winning it for the third time. The third women's Afro Basket title will begin tonight. So no sleeping tonight, because we'll stay awake for the D Tigress. They will face Mozambique in that Group B encounter. The inclusion of WNBA recruits Evelyn Akato, who plies a trade for the Dallas Wings, as well as big names like Sarah Ogoke, you know her in the Demadu, also from the United States, and Adora Elonu will give Coach Sam Vincent's side the experience to challenge the likes of Senegal and Cameroon. You remember the way they lost it at the last championship against Cameroon by a single point. Nigeria placed third at the last edition 2 years ago, and one of the favorites topping FIBA's final power rankings. These girls, Alfred, one thing is certain, they have the quality. Can they win this championship? I don't know, but I know they have the quality to go all the way.
I think for these girls, the preparation has been good. The kind of camaraderie they have in camp, after all of the girls arrived, they not in Games Village or one hotel somewhere in Syria. They were camped on the island. I think that it's just good that this board, the Musa Kida board that is in charge of this competition, is really taking care of these girls. They have their work cut out, no doubt. A lot of the girls that have come into this competition have experience. They play college. Some of them in WNBA, some of them college basketball in the States. So it has to do with the mentality in this competition. We've seen Nigerian teams go thus far. But one interesting thing for me about this team is that you find out that those who are behind the scene are players who have played this game before at the highest level. I mean, for the Tigress, the likes of Maktaben, Amakri, development officer, of course, the other lady, from
Udoka.
Yes, Udoka, also the team manager. It just shows you that, that's somebody to look up to. She's done this. The last time Nigeria won the African Champions, Afro basketball for women, was when Udoka was there. And so I think to that extent, they have their work cut out. The way, it depends on how they start against Mozambique today. They just have to get, it's one game at a time.
Mozambique shouldn't worry. They shouldn't
I mean, it's one game at a time. I mean, it's a learning curve. Basketball, you play the round robins, and then you see where you finish to, get to the business end of the game. So you'll use this one, prepare very well. All of the preparation, international games you didn't get, you get in this, and from there, let's see how it comes through.
The big problem every time we get ready for competitions as these preparations. Do you think they got the right preparation for this one?
I think what they did, I think they did. There was two camps, one in Nigeria, the other in the United States of America. It just shows that there's a plan, there's a work plan on ground, and they followed it through. Thus far, we've not heard anything in terms of all of the murmurings outside the courts, those kind of things you hear when a big competitions like this comes through. So to that, let's just give them a benefit of the doubt that is the African continent. They've come so close. The last time, the last Afro basketball, the Olympic qualifiers, almost, but it wasn't enough. Now, their goal has showed the intent. The first game is when they beat Cameroon earlier today. So it just shows that this is going to be a titanic battle, and the girls are out for it.
Nigeria are one of the top teams at this Afro Basket Championships taking place in Bamako, Mali. We just want to wish the D Tigress all the best. That not 11:30 p.m. Nigerian time, so we're not sleeping tonight. We'll stay awake and give the girls all the support that they need to fly over Mozambique. From basketball to wrestling, now it's an action part to other sport. Nigerian wrestlers, they are ready for the World Championships that is taking place in Paris. This was during the unveiling of the team. 6 6 wrestlers will be traveling to Paris. Oduayo Adekroye, your picture right there. Blessing Oburududu, she's fired up, she's smiling. Alfred, Commonwealth Games champion. I love the spirit she's showing right there. There's also Mercy Genesis. I see Aminat Adeni. They are ready for the guys. Amas Daniel, and of course, Paul is also in the mix. Oduayo Adekroye is smiling. Say, look, there's no shaking on my part. Don't forget, she's ranked #1 in a category in the world. This country is blessed. If we take care of these wrestlers, they can go abroad to win.
It's we should thank God that we have somebody like Daniel Igali as the president of the Nigerian Wrestling Federation. I mean, somewhere during the week when he was talking about the kind of support we've received so far, waited long, nothing is coming. I mean, if we have world-class athletes like the likes of Oburududu and of course Adekroye that we just mentioned, what is the level of support we have given these girls? Whatever these girls are doing or these athletes are doing, it's up down to what the president of the association, the sacrifices is made.
Funding is still an issue.
Calm them in Yenegua. They will not fly Bayelsa State flag. They will fly the flag of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And to that extent, I expect us to really support our own. If they are the best in the world, give them the pedestal for them to fly.
Look at the attire. It's already saying green, white, green. They're going to represent Nigeria at the World Championships. We didn't leave, we left out the coaches just to let you know that Coach Purity Aku and of course Coach Cody, they will be taking the team to the World Championships. As we speak, Alfred, the president of the Federation, Danny Gali, is already in Paris. You know why? They will announce the winner of the bid for the 2018 Africa and Wrestling Championships, and he's hoping that Nigeria can win.
Yes, and Nigeria is bidding for that one. Why not? Every year we have African Championships. Nigeria are not hosting any. We have it on the continent. In fact, we find it difficult, the way it's going, we find it difficult to attend African Championships. Say for some few associations where they have 1 or 2 benefactors out there who will support them to get to this championship. The way it's going, it's just, I don't know whether it is something that is deliberate or whether it's just the signs of the times or it's just the sign that Nigeria cannot meet its obligation to some of these associations. And if you go there, you look at the athletes who come from elsewhere, athletes from Ghana, Togo, Benin Republic, Sao Tome, Principe. These guys attend these events, and you look around and you wonder, where is Nigeria? I say, no, there's no money for us to attend it. It's
heartbreaking.
It's a big shame.
It's heartbreaking. So that's it. Once again, 6 wrestlers will represent Nigeria at the World Championships in Paris. Their names are, there are 4 female wrestlers and 2 male wrestlers. For the men, Amas Daniel and John Emmanuel will be fighting in the 70 kg category. There is Blessing Oburududu, Commonwealth Games champion Aminat Adeni is also there. Mercy Genesis and star girl Oduayo Adekroye. The Nigerian Wrestling Federation, they've been doing their bits to prepare these wrestlers for the World Championships. Let's listen to the president. Despite all the troubles, he says he's optimistic that Nigeria can impress at the World Championships. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.